Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of my GE only challenge. I decided to make another one quicker than I initially thought I would because of just the amount of support I got on the first episode, so thank you guys. We got over 300 likes on that episode. Could we get 300 in this one as well? I don't know. But if you guys are enjoying the series, please toss a video like. Yeah, so just to do a little bit introduction for those who may have not seen the first episode, we're stuck in the Grand Exchange, but we have access to a couple extra areas as we get higher total levels or unlock via buying it with money. So you can see the map here. We haven't unlocked anything yet because we have not gotten 250 total level or 10 mil cash. But we're getting pretty close. I think we could probably hit the 250 total level this episode. That will allow us access to the palace where we can train our, we can get better woodcutting experience. We can get actual combat experience because there are guards there to fight. And eventually we can get farming as well. At 300 total level that will be unlocked. But still, nothing unlocked so far, so I hope you guys enjoy. And let's get started with episode number 2. Alright guys, so for the first flip of the episode, we have the samurai shirt coming in, only about a 20k margin on that, not bad. We're also looking to sell off the Guthix robe tops that we bought. I bought those for about 48k each. And the adamant canes, looking to flip those as well. Has a mediocre margin, but I want to leave some money or some items in the GE. Next up, we're looking to train our fletching. So we were doing arrow shafts before, but they kind of suck. So now that we have some money, we're just going to straight up buy some logs. And then we can make short bows, long bows, and get our fletching at least to 20. So I believe to get it to 20, we're going to need about 330 logs. Then that should be enough. Alright, we're just finishing up long bows. We made some short bows, but it was so quick there's no point of mentioning it. So there we go, 20 fletching, now we can make the oak short bow. So I've done that calculation, and I believe we need, let's see here, 205 oak logs, at least to get all the short bows made. So we'll go ahead, grind out these short bows. Alright, there we go, we're just finishing up the oak short bows. That is going to get us to level 25. Pretty quick, now we can make the oak longbow. We'll go ahead and buy some more oak logs. And we are losing money on pretty much every one of these, unfortunately, because they're worthless. But once we get up to maple and yew, we'll actually start profiting from fletching, which will actually be kind of nice. Alright, to get to the willow short bow, we're going to need 600 oak logs roughly. So we'll go ahead and cut those and be back in a minute. Alright, the flips are back in, and apparently it was an adamant halberd. That's funny. So we bought the adamant halberds for 78k, and it looks like we flipped them for 102k. Not bad. And the Guthix robe tops we bought for like 178k. So a really good margin on those. Sold them for 261. Pretty happy with that. So next up we're going to try the Guthix robe legs. Looks like they actually dropped down to an extremely cheap price. We'll try snapping some for 15k. We'll leave an offer in for 6 of them. So I'm looking at the Barrows repair section on GE Tracker. And then I realized I can't actually repair armor items until I have leveled up my house. So that's a good goal. Once I get to 50 construction, I'll be able to repair items in my house, and then I can do this money-making method. Otherwise, I need to go to Lumbridge or out of the GE, unfortunately, so this is not actually going to work. But yeah, construction I think is what I'm going to buy first. I've never had a high construction level, and it seems a lot more useful than having a moderately high herblore level. I mean, like getting 75 construction for the burners is going to be important because using just regularly burying bones is extremely bad. And yeah, so we're definitely going to want to get 75 construction for the burners and the gilded altar. But anyway, yeah, construction definitely all the way. We decided on the mist battle staff instead. We'll try buying them for about 100k, and we can sell them maybe for a 20k margin, which is not bad. Okay, the mist battle staffs are back in. We sold them for a 30k profit on each one, netting us about 120k. Really good, especially for the cash stack we're at. 100k from 400k is extremely good, so pretty happy with that. Next up, I think we might just put in another offer for the mist staff now this time. Close, but not the same. Kind of hard to say as well. We're going to try buying them for about 135k and flipping them for about a 40k profit. Again, very nice. I'll put them in for 141 just to be a little bit higher up. And we'll do 3. Next up, the Zamorak Miter looks really good. Actually trades more than I thought it would, but looks like a 30k margin on an item that's relatively cheap. Zamorak Miter. And yeah, looks like we can buy it for about 51k and sell it for roughly 90k. So actually, I'll put a 40k margin. So we'll try buying them for 55k and leave that in as well. Alright, so we're just cutting some oak longbows right now. This should get us to 35 fletching. Now we can make the willow shortbow, which is pretty nice. It'll increase our XP rate even more. Also, we did manage to buy both Zamorak miters and sell one for 90k. Not 90k margin, but a 40k margin. So we're definitely going to put another offer in for those. These are coming in really quickly. We just did like 10 minutes of fletching and we already bought 2 and sold 1. So not bad. Next up, we're going to buy some willow logs. Luckily, the willow logs are really cheap, so we'll just buy 1,000. We'll actually lose less money on this section, which is nice. Alright, we're just cutting some willow short bows. This should bring us to 40 fletching, still relatively quickly. And now we can make willow longbows. So I think it's not until maple short bows that we can start profiting from fletching. We'll actually start stringing some of the bows soon because it actually is more profitable. Alright guys, we're back, and we've only flipped one of the Mystic Misstaffs for about 35k. So we're not going to do more of those, and the item's kind of hard to say, so I'm not going to do that. But the Zamorak miters, we've probably flipped about 5 of these so far for about a 30k profit on each one, which is extremely good. We have another 3 we're waiting to sell. Look, we bought 4 for 244k and sold 4 for 316k. We bought 2 for 110k and sold 2 for 158k. So about, yeah, 28k on, or 25k maybe on each one, and we'll put another offer in for 4. So we're going to take this opportunity to train my range up a little bit. We've bought some iron darts and some steel darts and just some newbie range gear. So we're going to go ahead, train on imps, and just try to get our range to around 5 just for some easy total levels. Alright, there's level 3 range. It's actually really slow because all I can hit is 1s. So we do have the steel darts that we can wear at 5, but it just takes a long time to find all the imps, so I'm not going to train it too high. Alright, we actually hit a hit point level, our second one, so there's 12 hit points. That's kind of nice. But again, most of our combat experience is going to come from the guards, so we're not going to waste too much time here. Alright, there we go. There's level 5 range. We're just going to cut that for now, but we can use the steel darts. I wonder if we can even hit a 2 yet. I don't know. All we've hit is 1s for the longest time. So with our remaining cash, we went ahead and bought 400 casts of the level 2 enchant. This will net us a profit of, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40k, but mainly it's going to get us some magic experience. We're going to try to get to 43 magic on this episode so we can use the super heat spell in the future. Because that'll be pretty nice to get actually some smithing experience. I swear to God, somebody oh my God, someone just dropped a dragon scimitar. Some guy's been dropping scimitars and a warrior ring. Oh, there's no way I'm getting that one. Can we get it? Hey, we got 2 dragon scimitars. That's actually really nice. Oh, can we get the third one? Yeah, random world. This isn't even a popular world. I just saw a warrior's ring on the ground. What the fuck? I don't think we can get that one. You have to be ahead of the crowd. You can't be a sheep. If you want to get items, you gotta think for yourself. Oh, fuck, I don't think we're getting anything else. So we only managed to get 2 dragon scimitars, but that's really good. That's like 100k right there. And we're actually just about to hit a magic level. We did all 400 of these casts. It took probably 20-30 minutes, not too long. And that is going to get us 40 magic, which is pretty exciting. We only need another 3 magic levels, and then we can use the super heat spell. So we'll withdraw all the rings of dueling. Let's just see how much we profited off of this. We actually had to buy a couple more rings because we dropped them to get the scimitar. And we got our 2 scimitars as well. So we'll sell off these scimitars. It looks like about 60k each. Really good for just picking a random item up. And sell off these rings of dueling as well. And we'll hit collect. And, well, no. We'll collect them manually. So the rings of dueling we sold for roughly 400k and bought the ingredients for about 360k. So about a 30-40k profit. Pretty good for just profitable magic experience anyway. Next up, we wanted to put an offer in for the Ancient Page 2. Looks like I had a pretty good margin on GE Tracker, so we'll go buy 2 of those for about 276k each. Alright, so we have some logs coming in and oak logs, and what we're going to plan on training now is firemaking. Really easy skill to train, should be quick. We'll need about 100 regular logs to get to 15, and then we can use oak logs, or burn oak logs I should say. There's level 15 firemaking from regular logs. Now we can burn oak logs. The only reason we're getting our firemaking up is of course for total levels. There isn't really any practical use to getting my firemaking up, but it's nice to get some fast experience and some easy total levels. Alright, we just hit 200 total level, which is pretty exciting. Only 50 more until we've unlocked the palace. We're also about to get another firemaking level, I believe. It's just, look how quick it is just to get firemaking levels. Like, that was 30 experience per burn, except when your character just fucks around like this, but come on. I'll light the log. I already started the recorder. I can't take it back now. Any second now. Oh my god. There we go. And 60 experience. 60 experience, and there we go. That should be level 30 firemaking. We can now burn willow logs, which will be even cheaper and even quicker experience. So one thing I'm actually going to do is buy some big bones. I think they're the most cost-effective bone because we are going to manually bury them for some easy prayer levels, but it's going to be expensive, and there's just no point of leveling up our prayer until we've gotten the Gilded Altar. So we're just going to use this for the total level, but we're not actually going to grind out many of these bones, because even though big bones aren't that expensive, it's going to add up. I mean, 100 bones was 30k, and it'll only take me like a minute or two to bury them. But anyway, we did buy an ancient page as well for the 250 or something we bought it for, and we're looking to sell it for 338 for a 60k margin. Alright, there's level 5 prayer just from burying these bones. Very quick, but it's going to get really expensive once we start to bury more, but we're getting 15 per berry and about 26k an hour. Alright, there we go. We're just finishing up all the rest of the bones we had. Got us to 11 prayer. Nothing special at 11 prayer, but anyway, actually we're getting about 46k prayer experience an hour. Still pretty shitty in the grand scheme of things, but it'll work for now. And we sold off an ancient page for 338k. That is a 60k profit. Not bad, as well as we sold another Zamorak Miter. So our cash stack is getting pretty close to 1 mil, which is pretty exciting. First 1 mil cash stack of the series. So with the money, we're going to buy another ancient page too. Just been such a profitable item. We're just going to take this one out and put in an offer for 2 of them at 276k, and then we'll leave a bit of money, if we can spell page that is, leave a bit of money for training, because I think we're going to level up our crafting a little bit. Again, a bunch of easy total levels, but 2 ancient pages for 276k each. Alright, so we bought in a bunch of crafting supplies, about 100 leather for 25k. That money is pretty much all sacrificed. We're not getting any money back, but it should be pretty quick. We're going to have to do leather items all the way to glass blowing because we can't use a furnace right now. Unless you guys have a suggestion for a better way, I think leather items is going to be the best. Alright, there's 7 crafting. We can now make the leather boot, and yeah, pretty quick. Alright, so we're just training using van braces right now. Well, we're pretty well done them. And that is going to be 14 crafting. Now we can make the leather armor. And, well, leather chaps is going to be the best that we can make for a while. And it looks like it's about 46k an hour, 50k an hour. So we'll only have to do about an hour of chaps until we can do the glass blowing. So that's not too bad. Alright, there we go. We're just about to hit 18 crafting. And now we can make the leather chaps. So this will be about an hour of chaps. And then we can get to 46 crafting. So not terrible, I guess. There's level 23 crafting. Well, we can now make sapphire bracelets, but we don't have access to a furnace, unfortunately, right now, so we cannot do that. Alright, so we just flipped a Ancient Page 2 once again for a 60k profit. Very nice. They're coming in very quickly as well. We also had to go ahead and buy some more leather because we ran out. We'll do another 200 leather, because it is, well, I guess we'll do 300. It's a little expensive because, well, that's 60, 90k down the drain. Alright, we're just about to hit another crafting level. There is 30 crafting. These chaps really aren't too bad, although it would be kind of nice to be able to make something else, but now we can make some emerald bracelets if we wanted. Alright, so like I said at the beginning of the episode, I did want to get 43 magic so I can use the superheat spell in the coming episodes. So we're going to do another 360 casts of the level 2 enchant, which will be enough to get us to 43 magic, and then we can get some smithing experience. Alright, and we have another successful flip of the Ancient Page 2. We're getting 60k on each one, which is extremely good. We also bought another one. We'll put it in for, ooh, that's not the right price. Don't put it in for 276, please. Take that out. We want to sell it for 338k, so a pretty good margin there. And we'll put another offer in for another Ancient Page 2 at 276 and call that a day. Alright, this is going to be it. This will be the last level of the episode. Gonna get to 43 magic. Now we can use the superheat spell. While the experience isn't that great, again, going to be some nice total levels, and just nice all around to get some smithing experience. And there we go, guys. That is level 250 total level as well, which is really awesome. Now we have access to the palace, but I think that's where we're going to end it for today, guys. So, sorry if it's a cliffhanger. Didn't mean to make it this way. Well, I kind of did. But anyway, we'll sell off all our items, Rings of Dueling, and the Rings of Dueling, and we'll pull out as much money as we can. Well, we got the buy offers in. We'll just leave that for now, but I think our cash stack is around 1 mil right now, which is pretty good, I would say. Another 500k made on this episode. Hopefully we can get it to a bit higher after that. But let's go have a look at the area we now have access to, the palace. So of course we have the yew trees in the north, which will get unlocked, well, not for a while. But more importantly for woodcutting, we have access to oak trees, which is awesome, just down here. Oak trees there. Perfect. 3 of them will be perfectly enough. Never will have to bank, I don't think. And next, the most important thing that we have access to is a farming patch, which is just over here to the right. We will not unlock that until 300 total level, and even then, while I could unlock it by raking it, I could also unlock it in my home, but I won't have my home unlocked till I have 10 mil cash, so I'm not really sure what I should do there. Also, there are guards to train on, which I'm really excited to actually get some combat levels. So I really hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Thank you again for all the support on the first episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.